Good afternoon, everybody. This is, again, Chief Illustrator, writer for the small but growing original comics book line for this spring 2026 Cosmic Studios, Rick Sharp. I'm back with another vintage piece of my work over the years. I believe this is a little bit earlier time than 1999, somewhere in the early mid-90s. I'm not quite sure, but this is some of the things I'm pulling out. This was a piece I was working on called Civilization's End. It was never fully finished the way I wanted to. And this gives you an idea of, I looked at this as being like my mega piece. One part of it. I'll show the other pages. We'll be going through those as well. So this is the next page, which actually would be 3, but I wasn't too happy with the original first page, so I'm looking at this as a second page. Again, this is early, I say mid 1990. This was basically about a society in the far-flung future, was not Earth, had some similarities. This is page 4. Again, some of my earlier influences, as I said in the last video, were people like Jack Katz and Jack Kirby. I was very attracted to epics, spiritual themes, but a lot of science fiction, a lot of times, and fantasy. So this is just basically a showing of the art, because a lot of the story I didn't feel was really what I wanted it to be, up to par. One world, the government, or I say, had been split into 2 different groups, and there was a conflict between those 2 sides. I was very attracted to epic stories. Even more so, at the time I did this, I was thinking in an immense way like motion picture screen type thing, the epicness that you get from that type of storytelling cinematically. All right, and continuing. Back during this time, I did like traditional comic book artists and a lot of other type of artists. I drew with a pencil, and then I went back over with ink, or somebody else did. I was usually the person doing that though. But over the years, I've gotten to where I just use a pen primarily. It tends to work better for me. Okay. Major character was the older individual, and then to the left was the younger man. I don't remember a lot about it because, like I said, it wasn't, with what I know about storytelling now, it really was, I wouldn't call it mediocre, but it was not as, the layers weren't uncovered, and I didn't feel it was as strong as it needed to be. So you'll see where there's pencil lines here, and that would have been inked. A great deal of this work was not inked. So again, it's just going down memory lane looking at past work. I thought maybe there would be some people out there, viewers or people that would know me or not would possibly be interested in some past stuff, that where the level was then, where it is today. So, okay. And like I said, I was interested at that time in grand epics, visually especially. So I think looking back then, I could see where there was the possibility or promise to go further, which I believe I've done now over the last few years. So, but this is what it was like. We're probably looking at, I guess, 1990 or 91, possibly. I think it's close to 99. So. Now here is where we're going to take a break. I'm going to break this into two halves. This is going to be the first part, because a lot of this work is so extensive that I did. This will be the final page I show today, and we'll get back together again on this in maybe the next video. But again, like I said, I was interested in big epics. You can tell from the type of paper that it's already yellowed. I'm going to be looking into trying to salvage this, but I figured this is another good way to do it. At least it's worked, it's been recorded. So there you go. This would be the story as I envisioned it back then, called Civilizations, or Civilization End. Thank you for viewing. See you later.